Beat it up like. Beat it up like.
What's up, Sugar Plum crew? It's your girl Zari, and today I'm going to show you how I go from this to this. Just stay tuned and keep watching. It is like 3 in the morning. I had to wake up earlier to do this video so I can make sure my whole setup was right. But let me go back to talking over this. Alright, this is the first step I do when I do my makeup. I use my primer / setting spray from the Magic collection that I get at the hair store, and I just spray it all over my face before I do my actual makeup. So the second step I do is I get my concealer that I also get at the hair store. It's a matte from the Magic collection. Also, I was trying to figure out if it was backwards or not. But I put it on a little thing so I can like get it with my makeup brush so it won't be as hard, so I don't have to keep squeezing it out. So yeah, that's what I do. So now at this point I brush my eyebrows. I do my eyebrows first. I know everybody doesn't do that, but I do, and I use my mirror so I can see what I'm brushing. And yeah. So the next step, I actually fill in my eyebrows. I use Eye Envy Dip Brow, and it's the darkest shade. I actually am using the method from Mariana's channel. I'll put that in the description box below because she really changed my life with this new makeup stuff, and my eyebrows are so much better now. So yeah, so next up I'm just filling in my eyebrows. When filling in my eyebrows, if you watch the Mariana's video, I put the concealer in the middle of my eyebrows first and blend it in. It just makes it easier for the fade away effect. So now I get my Eye Envy Dip Brow and I dip the brush in there a little bit, not a lot because you don't want to have really dark eyebrows. So now I start at the middle of the eyebrow. So you don't want to start at the top because it'll be too dark. So you start in the middle. Y'all can't really see because I noticed my mirror is in the camera frame. But I start in the middle and I go down and I just fill in. So yeah. So now I'm basically just doing it until I feel like I like the eyebrow. And yeah, and I'm gonna do the other side the same way. I'm probably gonna speed through that because I don't want the video to be too long. And yeah.
J. Trill made this.
So now I'm just critiquing my eyebrows because I didn't like them. Like, I don't know, some reason it just wasn't coming out right at first. But I end up fixing it by the end, so yeah. But I'm just critiquing right now and fixing anything that I see. I'm like a perfectionist, so eyebrows take me a while to do sometimes because I just have to have them like the perfect way. But yeah. So now at this point, you see me making crazy faces. But I'm going to clean up my eyebrows, and you want to try to be as clean and as precise as you can so you can have like a good cut with them and make them look really good. Okay, so I start under the brow first, and you want to get as close as you can to it and make it as thin, or just basically cleaning it up to where you like it. And I'm gonna be doing that a lot through this time, so I'm gonna speed through it because I was struggling with my eyebrows today because I didn't like them. But at the end, y'all know it come together. But yeah. I was just really trying to get it as good as I wanted them to be because it was a lot to clean up. And yeah. At this point, I start to blend the middles of the eyebrows so they can have the fade effect, because you don't want it to be too dark at the beginning of the eyebrows. So I start putting the concealer there, a little bit of it, brushing it through and making it fade away. So I finally like my eyebrows, and I will accept them and finally move on to the next part. So at this part, I use my 3D concealer palette. I'm sorry how it look. I've had this for a while, but I start to color correct my face. So I take a brush. I don't even know what kind of brush it is, y'all. But I take a brush and I dip it in the orange color corrector. Since I'm dark skinned, you use the orange one to correct your dark spots. So I put it under my eyes, I put it on the small part beneath my nose, and on where all the dark spots are, basically. And yeah. So now I just got through doing my hair. I do my hair before I blend in all the concealer and color corrector, because I don't want it to I want it to blend all the way through and not just stop at where my bonnet was. So now I take my beauty blender and I spray it with water, and I blend everything in, basically. I start with the eyebrows, I blend those in very carefully, and then I move on to my face where the color corrector is. So now I'm doing my happy dance because I finished blending everything in and I'm happy and satisfied. So now I use my Fit Me foundation in the color 360, and I just do my eyebrows, under my eyebrows, blend it in, and on my face also. And I use my angled brush to do that.
J. Trill made this.
So now when I finish putting the foundation on my face, I use my foundation brush to blend in everything. First, I use my foundation brush first, and I spray it with water, and I start with my eyebrows, then go to my face. When I finish using all of that, I use my beauty blender and I blend the rest of it down and spread it out. I spray my beauty blender with water also. So yeah. So now I'm at my favorite part of this process, and it is baking. And I use my air spun loose face powder, the original formula. You can get it at your local Walgreens. That's where I got mine at. And basically, as you can see, it is very messy. So I use my brush, my blush brush. I dip it and I tap it until it's enough, and I put it on the areas where I want to bake, which is mostly under my eyes, on my forehead, and on my chin, and on my nose. This is the part where I clean up a little, all the things that I don't need anymore, I put up in my makeup bag so I can be able to have room to do my eyelashes. Now at this point, I start to do my eyelashes. So first, I use my Better Than Sex mascara, and I put it on my eyes. You start at the tip first and then go down. So now I'm going to put on my So Wispy eyelashes that you can get at your hair store, and I use Duo glue, the dark one, to put it on. I use I use lash glue, not hair glue, because I don't think hair glue is safe, and lash glue just works better for me, but you can use whatever you choose. So now I grabbed the lash with my lash tweezers that I ordered off of Wish, and they were just $2. And I put the glue on the lash line. You don't want to put too much because you don't want it to be chunky, and you don't want to be too little because you actually want it to stick. So use just the right amount. Now this part is where you can't see, but under my phone I actually have my heater, and I don't like blowing on my actual lash waiting for the glue to dry. So I put my lash by my heater, and it quickens the process and dries very quickly. But don't sit it under there too long because you don't want it to dry completely, just a little so it can stick. Now I put the lash on my actual eye now, and I put it at the middle first, and then I take the pieces down and I use my fingers to clench it together so it can stick. And I use the mirror so I can actually see up close what I'm doing, so I don't get glue anywhere. So now I do the second lash the same way. So now that I finished putting on my eyelashes, I use another like kind of blush brush to brush away all the excess powder from baking. So now that I finished brushing away all the excess, I use my ombre pigment highlight from Wet n Wild, and I highlight where I want to highlight, and I use my original blush brush to put that on.
J. Crew made this.
So now this is me trying to figure out if I want to do my eyebrow highlight, and as you know, I'm gonna end up doing it because you know I am popping, so I might as well just keep going, period. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now, and I use another angled brush, but it's kind of fluffier so I can do my eyebrow bone. So now I'm at my last and final step, and I'm happy. And I use my setting such primer spray, and I set my makeup, and basically I am done. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and love you bunches. Bye.
Yeah, come on, please me, baby. Turn around and just tease me, baby. You got what I want and what I